Hi guys, welcome back. In this lesson we're going to be building out our dashboard. Just take a look at mine first and you'll begin to understand why this is such a powerful feature to have on your management system. If like me you've forgotten your wedding anniversary, people's birthdays, major events, you name it, I've forgotten it. But now I don't, because the dashboard takes care of all that for me. It's automated, it reminds me of what's coming up over the next 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, whichever time scale I decide, it's there for me. I can just glimpse it, I know exactly what's going on. I'm no longer dependent on notifications because, as you know, we get well over 40 notifications a day on average, and now we're beginning to ignore those. All I need to do is glimpse at this a couple of times a day, or at least once a day, and I know exactly what's happening. So let's take a look now. Now, once again, I've positioned these windows in what I consider to be a priority to my life. Obviously, you can change the order on whatever you want. At the moment, me and my wife decided that our personal physical fitness is priority as we're getting a little bit older and we want to be able to stay healthy for our children. So here we are. At the very top, you'll see that I have my weekly fitness tracker and also my wife's. And I love this because we all need motivation to stay on top of our fitness goals. And this allows you to see how close you are to reaching your fitness goal. Look, so if I just click here, which is what I'm going to be doing later on, it goes up to 80%. And if I complete my weekly fitness goals, it highlights the whole area to 100%. And I think that's pretty neat. That's going to keep me motivated. And just to give you a little glimpse of what we're going to be building out later, when I go to the actual page, you can see that I have a weekly or 52-week tracker. And this is my target each week to hit the 100% mark, and you can begin to see after 16 weeks how well I've done that. So it's really quite exciting when you've got something like that and you can start to see your progress. But anyway, back to the dashboard. So we've got fitness trackers there. Just below that we've got my daughter's calendar. That's important because she is the busiest out of our family. Swimming, dance, you name it, it's there. So we've got a 30-day calendar, and I'll be showing you how we do that, how we automatically import events from your calendar. We'll be getting to that in the next few lessons. There's also a little birthday list there of her friends. You know, she's coming up to 6 years old, and it's one of those things where everyone gets invited in the class to everyone's birthday. So it means you've got anywhere between 25 or 30 birthdays to go to each year, and so we keep track here. As you can see, there's a birthday coming up soon. Already bought the gift, already wrapped it. Okay, if I hadn't, I'd need to put there to buy, like the second birthday I've got this month coming up. So that's bought and wrapped, and that really does cut down on the stress of getting out of the house to be on time for somewhere. Okay, further down we've got our own family emails coming in there, and also family and friends' birthdays. We just tend to send cards nowadays, thankfully. So yeah, rarely do we need to buy a present, but yeah, send card send. And I'm going to be showing you how to set up shortly. I've also got the family events going on here. Oh, there's one today that's highlighted in green. Yep, car diagnostic. I've got to take my car to the garage very soon. So you can see that's quite useful, and I'll show you how to put in that conditional format, and it's called how we can create conditional rules so things highlight at the right time. And that all links, of course, to the live date there. So that's something else we'll be looking at. And then finally down here, got a meal planner, got our meals for the week. You know, like I said, this is about outsourcing a lot of this thinking to a system, and that way you're freed up. You know, me and my wife, we sit together on a Sunday night and say, well, what do you want to eat for this week? And we just put it in there and it's done. And that way we know exactly what we're preparing in terms of meals. We know exactly what to shop for. Same with the chores. We divvy them out. I do more because I work from home and she's very busy in her job. So yeah, you can see we've got our little chore list there, and so there's no surprises for us this week of what needs to be done. Okay, so let's get started on building this out. So here we are back at our Smith family management system. Personally, I feel the master buttons don't work with this particular design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change these to a darker colour. I'm actually going to go with the same colour as the background. You'll see what I mean. At the moment, they're too light. I can't quite read them, especially from my phone. So I'm going to change them to this colour here, which is the background colour. And you can see they're quite prominent now compared to being white. Now it's easy to make that update. We just then go to template, highlight row 5, click back to here, And it's better we decide on our colours early, because obviously we're going to be building out a lot of different pages, and the last thing we want to do is go through, you know, 20-30 sheets and have to keep making these changes to the colour scheme and stuff like that. So it's good that you get it done early on. I just looked at it earlier and I thought, you know what, I can't see those very clearly. I'm going to change them now and darken them out. Okay, so that means that we've now got our master buttons a lot more prominent, and I'm going to go to dashboard. We're going to start building out the little windows into your life that are going to be automatic and give you the information you need. But first of all, what I want to do is I want to put in a live date, and that's very easy. I'm going to merge some cells together again. We should all know how to do that. I'm going to click on column K, and I'm going to left click and drag to column M and highlight that whole area. Come up to here and merge the cells like so. Now this is a very simple formula that I put in here. We go into the formula bar and we just type in equal, and then we put today in capitals and open bracket, close bracket, and hey presto, there is the date. Now as you can see, you can't see. it's very small, and it's defaulted to black again, so I'm immediately going to change this to white, and I'm going to increase the size. So if you don't like this date format, we've got an option to change it. We can go up to format and to numbers, and we can come down here to custom date and time, and then we've got all these options where we can change it. You can have the day of the week, and the date. It's up to you. I'm going to go, I think you can have lots of things, even the time up there if you want. I'm not going to go with the time. I'm just going to put this one in here, I think. So I'll apply that, and now it's a little bit too big, so I'll reduce that down. Actually, if I want to create a bit more space, I can change the merge cells here. I can click on J and highlight right across the N, and then do the merge like that. That gives me a bit more space. I can increase the size slightly so it fits in that box. And then I can center there, and also center to the middle there as well, and I can bold. Okay, so that means I've got my date there, easy for me to see every day. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create our first window into the area of our particular life. So I'm going to click on cell B7 and left click, hold the mouse, and I'm going to drag all the way over to I, and then I'm going to drag down to 15, row 15, unclick, it highlights that, and I'm going to then fill with our color, which is this one here, and we now have our first window there. I am then going to highlight that again, and I'm going to do Control C, and I'm going to go over to column K in this case, and then do Control V, and there we have our next cell. And I'll do the same here. I go to row 17, column B, Control V, and column K, row 17 there. Okay, so we've got 4 windows there ready to start populating. And in the next lesson, we're going to start looking at Google Calendar, looking at automating some of the events that happen there into our dashboard. We're going to start to build our fitness tracker and our completion bar. So I'll see you then.